Time to take a look at the classic RPG, Lunar Silver Star Story. This game was originally released on the Sega CD in 1992, and would eventually get ported over to several other consoles including the PlayStation and PSP. The one we're going to look at today is the Sega Saturn version, which came out in 1996. Unfortunately, most North American Saturn owners didn't get a chance to play this one, since it was only released in Japan. The game story is relatively simple. Alex, or Aresu as he is called in this version, is a young boy that dreams of heading off on a grand adventure like his idol Dine. He heads to the White Dragon Cave with his friends Luna and Ramus to find the Dragon Diamond. The party then meets the old dragon Quark, and he urges young Alex to travel the world and become the next Dragon Master. The group then travels to Maribia to try to sell off their newly acquired gem, and to also track down the 3 remaining dragons. It's a very enjoyable tale of love and adventure, and is complemented by a fantastic cast of characters. Every single person that joins your party has their own distinct personality, and also has an important role to play in the game's plot. The villains are fairly interesting as well, and there are a few really nice plot twists. I really have no complaints as far as story and characters are concerned. The graphics in this game are wonderful. Everything is done with 2D sprites and backgrounds, and it is all bright and colorful. The character designs are really nice, and I love how their portrait changes based on what they're saying. The world map is one of the best looking ones I've seen in a game from this era. There is a good amount of palette swapping with monsters, but it isn't a major issue. One thing to note is that the cutscenes in this version only display in a very small window. They did release an updated version about a year later that worked with the Saturn video CD card add-on to provide full-screen cutscenes. The combat is turn-based, but does feature a few innovations for its time. Instead of the standard front row back row mechanic found in some other RPGs, you have the ability to place your characters anywhere you want within a grid, and can move them around during battle as well. There is also an AI command, but I don't recommend using that unless you enjoy constantly going back to town to buy more starlights. You can also set up several different tactics, which will save you some time and button presses when fighting the same sets of enemies within a dungeon. Random encounters can be fairly difficult at times, but never frustrating. Something really nice about the combat is that the bosses level up with you, so you will always have a good challenge. Noriyuki Iwadare's soundtrack is fantastic and full of memorable tunes. I find that the intro and boat song sound much better in Japanese in my opinion. Nothing against the English version, but they always did feel a bit cheesy to me. As for a favorite track, it's really hard to pick just one. It should take you about 40 hours to finish the game. There really aren't any side quests outside of collecting the bromides, which are in different locations than the PS1 version. That's okay though, because the core experience was outstanding and didn't need to be watered down by optional content. Overall, Lunar Silver Star Story is an amazing RPG and is easily one of the best ones I have ever played. Of course, you will need to be able to read Japanese to fully enjoy this version of the game. But if import RPGs aren't your thing, you can always play one of the great North American ports on other systems, or the original Sega CD release. Definitely worth playing any way you can. That will do it for this one. As always, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.